being that this is a PDF tutorial, and I'd like to introduce you to PDF files and the PDF format. The actual acronym for that, the actual word for that acronym is Portable Document Format, which was some kind of way I think was created with Adobe or by Adobe software creation, something of that nature. But I know that Acrobat Reader is and used to be one of the primary PDF reading software. You could create PDFs, edit it, and save as or what have you. I know with Adobe Acrobat Reader. Now, I'm sure that they've got much more fancier than what it used to be because of upgrade issues. And they've upgraded this Acrobat Reader to some great degrees, so I understand. But I don't use it, and I'll tell you why. I've always had problems with Acrobat Reader because I don't know if it's just one of those guys that just can't catch on to that. I mean, you know, I've done a lot of research. I've done a lot of trying to understand it, but man, I can't get with it. So what I do is I use a third-party PDF reader called Nuisance, and Nuisance PDF Advanced I use, and the reason why I use it is because it's very user-friendly, and I have no problem in doing the things that I need to do with it. I can create PDFs, I can edit PDFs, I can put passwords to PDFs, I can do all kinds of things with PDFs, and that's one of the reasons why I like it. In fact, I've had several ones that I used to use. I used to use one called Nitro. I don't know if some of you guys are familiar with that, but I used Nitro at one time. Nitro was a very good PDF third-party piece of software, but I learned that there was other software out there was just as user-friendly as that. In some ways, it was better than that. I've learned to edit PDF files. I've learned to capture them on a screenshot and save them into PDFs. I've learned to manipulate them, and it's quite good because the reason why I like them, and I see why people, it's a format that, you know, it stays in its original form, and it's quite difficult to edit it. You know what I mean? Although you can password and digital encryptions for Microsoft Word too, but with a PDF file, I always thought it was a little bit more complicated to try to edit a PDF that's been sent over, that's got password protection or encryption protection and things of that nature. And you need to know how to work it in order to edit it. And what I've done is I've learned to edit segments of it, not the actual whole document, which I probably could, but like segments of it. I can, you know, find parts that I like and I need to edit, or I need to extract, or, you know, something in that neighborhood. You know, I can select an area whereas I want to edit that area, like this area here, which I just kind of squared off there, and I can click and edit the object if I want to after I square it off, you know, whichever area I want to use, whatever I want to do with it, I can do. You know, I can move it over, or I don't have to do anything. You know, I can click off of that and go to something else, and I can crop an area if I want to, like this area here. I can actually crop it and cut that particular area out of it if I want to, and paste it somewhere else, if I need to. Um, it's just a lot of things that you can do with a PDF file with this piece of software that I have, and like I said, I like it, and it gives you options that you can use, such as these stats right here, and these options that I'm looking at now. You can use these to configure or size up, or however you want to call it, to the document, And like I said, there's all kinds of ways to do things here with this. You can actually select the whole area. You can actually select the whole entire document if you want to. And you can also edit text that's there. You can edit the text if you want to. You can, just a lot of things you can do with it. And as I said before, I like the fact that it stays in its original form if you allow it. And as you see, I have document signatures right here. I have certified document invisible, where you can't see it and know that it's certified. And you can actually sign the document as a signed document, put a time stamp to it and a trust identity to it, and you can actually manage your digital ID, and a lot of people don't know what a digital ID is. It's just that you have that SSL again. We're back to that certification security. So, I'm sorry. That's something in my throat. I'm sorry, folks. But you can use that and to encrypt your document or what have you. But what I'm probably talking to you about now is probably a little far advanced, because I really haven't explained the real purpose of the actual PDF file, okay? But, and I will start with, if you were sending a piece of mail to someone and you want it to be in its original form, you want it to kind of like, stay in stay in content, and you want it to stay where it hasn't been tampered with or what have you. PDFs are the way to go, and they move across the internet quite fast, and you can actually read PDF on the internet with third parties, and you can also create free PDF files on the internet. You just go to a place where it says, hey man, free creation of PDF files, or how can I create a PDF file for free, or however, you know what I mean? There's a lot of places that you can do that with, and that's why I like it, because if I do a Word document and I got it all together and I want to sign it, I can go ahead and sign the document, put it together, save it, do what I need to do, save the comments, the text, or the format that it's in, and all that. I can do all of that, and I can actually say save, and then I can say save as a PDF file, a PDF document. You know what I mean? There it is. You have no problem. You don't have stuff running all over the place, and you don't have to worry about the borders or this and that. It's just save it, and there it is. You know what I mean? You can create the borders because you can manipulate the schematics of it, or the size of it. You can manipulate that part of it, and all the things that come with it. But say you want letter form 11 by whatever, 10 by 11 or something like that. However, whatever you want, you can do that, and you can save the document and send it. And it's just as well as an email. Attach it, And some people are saying, well, I can do that with Word. I can do this with Word. You sure can. You definitely can do it with Word. But you will find that most corporations and most medical and attorneys and law firms and things of that nature, they use PDF files. You know, they use PDF files. And I think a lot of times it's for security reasons because you can actually, like I said, sign a document and certify it like a piece of mail, you know what I mean? So if you go over here and say sign and certified document, you can do the tools that you want and create a signature scheme. There you go. You can create the signature scheme, the title of it right here, and you can actually give it a description, and you can say next, you know what I mean? So you say, well, the scheme title of this would be a plug. Let's say this. It says a plug, P-L-U-G. We'll say plug for tablet. Now, this plug for this tablet is actually true. It's a plug, for the tablet. And the description that I'm going to use would be the description right here. And I would love to copy and paste that, but I don't think I can do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in just a small part of it, okay? And we'll go for the rest from there, okay? Okay. Oh yeah, I'm a slow typist, but I've learned, no one taught me. I learned this on my own. And I've learned to manipulate a keyboard in a lot of ways, man, that I don't use, the actual keyboard like most people do. But anyway, I get my point across, that's all that matters. And actually, this is a demonstration, so if you notice, I got the maximum of 250 characters. So I only put here, and I got 25 characters up here. So now that I got this done, I can actually move it over. It says, please enter the signature scheme title description to summarize the purpose. So we got that, and we say next. You see? Now, I know you guys are not going to understand this, but that's my signature right there, okay? Now, I'm going to add my own signature from a file, okay? My own signature from a file. And and I have one, okay? So let me go back and see if I can drop down. There it is right there. New Line Technology. I have my own right here. This is my signature. So I'm going to certify the document. Allow form filling only. See what I'm doing? Allow no changes. You see what I'm doing? I'm securing the document with a signature certification where you can't do anything to it. You just can't do anything to this. This document is sealed. You can't do nothing to it. So we just say allow no changes. Ooh, wow, look at that. No changes. So now that I allow no changes and show signature options, then I got other options down here like location where it was, select or edit. I am the author of the document. You can say that. I have reviewed this document. I am approving this document. Document is ready for review, and etc. and etc. Document is certified. Document is released. I review special options, special portions of this document. So, you can drop in all these things that you can add, and select or edit, you know what I mean? So I'm just going to say that I'm the author of the document, okay? That's all I need to say. And the option would be what location. I'll just say San Diego. Okay, San Diego is, I'm sorry, folks. San Diego is, I did it again, didn't I? San Diego is where I created, and the contact information would be, let's say my email address. Let's do that. Now, that's my email address for the contact information. And the time, well, you could put time in it, but it's optional. I wouldn't put time in it because it won't make, because you don't know what time it is. Okay, so now that we've done all these things and we've certified the signature on this document so it can't be changed or alterated or tampered with or edit or what have you, what we're going to do now, we're going to say next. Now, if you look up there and see, it says New Line Graphics Technology. That's my signature on this document, standard appearance. Now, I can make this signature invisible where you can't see it, and then you would never know, you know what I mean? But it says right here, please select the appearance of your signature, and this is what I want. I'm going to keep this. And like I said, I don't have to have this. I can cancel this if I want to. I don't have to have it. But since I'm certified, and I have my certification here in my certificate, so let me just put my certificate and say finished. Now I'm finished. This document is literally certified. Yes, that's right. Nothing can happen to it because it's certified. Right, and that's one of the great reasons of a PDF. And if you notice, I did most of this in this particular program that I said Nuisance Powered PDF Advanced, which is at the top of the page. And I only gave a small demo of what I wanted to put in. I didn't put a lot into it, information, which is to let you know that that can be done. Now, that's manipulating a PDF, making it secured. And now you can send this document by email, you know, with no problem. And another thing too, you know, I know a lot of guys have probably tried to send email and say, well, say you tried to send a 5 megabyte piece of email. At one time, I don't know if you can do it today. I think you can because I've done it. Man, you try to send 5 megabytes of email and that thing would just take forever. You know, and if it didn't, you try to say, you know what, you can't do it. And it'll tell you, it'll time out and say, well, you can't send this document. You'd have to split it, you know what I mean? Split it in sections and send it piece by piece. But nowadays, you can send the actual document all the way across in its full entirety, you know what I mean? You can do that. So that's one of the great things about PDFs. They're really not a problem in sending across the internet because they're just that smooth to send, like most things you send, you know, as an attachment. So that's the PDF part of it, okay? That's it. Now let's move on a little bit, and we'll get out of this. And I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna keep this. Okay. Now that I moved on from the actual PDF third-party piece of software, I'm gonna go to the file management part of a PDF. Okay. Now, what I usually do is save my PDFs in scans. Now, let me tell you about scans. This is very important, okay? How many times have you wanted to copy a document with your printer, which is an ADF, which is an automatic document feeder? That's what that means. ADF means automatic document feeder. So you want to scan these documents as PDFs, right? And you put them all in your automatic document feeder on top of your printer, and you got 5 pages, and you want all pages of that document to be fed through that printer and copied as PDFs. Now, you can do this, and the way you do it is you put the documents into the automatic document feeder, and you go to scan the document, okay, is what you do. Now, the way I'm going to do this is kind of different because what I'm using is all default things. I'm not using HP's wonderful software that allows you to do things easily, but I know you guys know it's the same purpose. So I'm going to scan these documents, and I'm going to do one, and I'm going to save it as a PDF. Okay, you can choose what you want to save it as, a PDF, a Word document, or whatever, a JPEG, a picture, an image. You can scan anything and to be whatever you want it to be. You can save it as that. And a lot of pieces of printer software allows you to do that. That's why the OCRs, you know what I mean? And those kind of things, you know, they let you create these documents by scanning them, you know what I mean? And in the old days, a scanner was a pain, man. Ooh. To hook up a scanner, you would be there for hours, man. They had this, they had these ports, man. They had printer ports and the what was that other thing? Daisy ports and the daisy chain, and oh man, it was a horrifying thing in the world to do, to hook up a scanner. And then when you hook the scanner up, the damn thing wouldn't work because you didn't have it on the right port, Then when you go to scan it, it says scanner cannot be found. It's just awful, man. But nowadays, it's all built into the printer. No problem, okay? So, to keep from going on with this, you scan your document in to as a PDF. And in my next tutorial, which will be the continuance of this one, I'll show you how that's done, okay? Now remember, folks, we're still talking about PDFs, so this is only the first segment of it, all right? And we'll go to the next segment in my next tutorial video, okay? Click the bottom of the page and subscribe, and click whether you like it.